Hey there, I was gifted very generously today for my birthday a Foursevens Maelstrom MMX, very high powered, very high quality tactical type torch. This is made by Foursevens. You can see their logo on the front there. Comes in this very cool box. Their packaging is always quite nice, although most flashlight companies are pretty up to speed with having cool packaging. So it runs on two 123 alpha Cree type batteries. Maximum is a 900 lumen beam. It's got a moonlight mode of 1 lumen. 600 hours on that moonlight mode and 1.5 hours on that maximum mode. They say it points and lights up 295 meters. You can drop it from a meter, submerge it for 3 meters, and it has 4 different levels of brightness. Best thing about Foursevens torches, in my experience, is the user interface. It's always very intuitive and easy. It'll be the first thing you try when you try and work out how to get the different settings. This one is a tail clicky, so that's my favourite type of torch. It's in clicks on, clicks off. When you click it on, you then just wind it down. 1, 2, and then really fine. That's still on, but that's just moonlight mode. See, very fine. Go outside once it's dark and do a bit of testing, but then you just crank it back up. And once it's at maximum tightness, you're set. So the batteries, if you're not familiar in Australia with these types of batteries, which, you know, it's fair I think, because we're not really on the cutting edge of batteries just yet. We're still mainly AA and AAA in our torches and things. These CR123 batteries, these are Foursevens' own brand, but they're mainly used in, they used to be called camera batteries. That's how I used to know them as, and now they're just being used in, I guess all these things are high-powered devices. So what they used to use for like your digital cameras back when the screens were real energy hungry, like the viewing screens. So a lot of torches are using them these days to get these huge lumen counts and semi-long battery lives, which is cool, but they're just a bit pricey. So it'd be in your best interest to find a rechargeable set and a charger. Spend the sort of $20 or $30 once rather than spending, you know, $10 to $15 for 4 every time. Look a bit closer at the torch. You've got, this can actually be unscrewed on the end, just to take the sort of flashiness off of it if you're using it perhaps in a security or in a covert sense. I quite like that appearance. It's good. It might make a good sort of sudden impact weapon as well. Give someone a bit of something to think about if they were to jump at you while you had the torch on. Look, going down from there, you've got the sort of the heat offset rings there, so it won't get too hot and burn your hands because the heat will be kept sort of below where my finger's going now, in the solid bit of the torch. That's where the heat will be kept, so these sort of let you still grip it even if it's getting a bit warm. The anodization here lets you twist and make those adjustments to your brightness levels and things. Taking off the front here, this is how you'd service the bulb. It's all waterproof, all with O-rings. There's your hardware and there's your Cree. The reflector is really posh and high quality looking. Even when you just look through it at the sunlight, you can just see how much it does with the light that you give it. There we go. The threads are really positive and they just slides around. You don't get that grittiness that you get with the cheaper torches. It's got this pocket clip which goes really well on the side of your pants. It's very strong, which is exactly what you need if that's what your intent is. So you could just put this on your side. I added it on the side of my shorts today because I was just happy I'd gotten it. You know, you want to sort of have as much to do with it as you can because you're excited to have it. So I had this hanging off my shorts all day. Just slid down. I'll do a little bit of a shot in a second of how that looks. And then this next bit of anodization here, which comes just beyond this. You can remove this grip grip ring here, so when you're holding the torch like this, it catches against the back of your hand, or you can use it as just a bit of a catch. It's quite comfortable, and it's just nice to have that bit of stop there, so that you can't just kind of fly straight out of your hand if someone was to grab it. Bit of a flare there, so you've got a bit more control perhaps. I really like the pronounced clicky tail cap. Nice positive click there as well. Comes with a sheath, which at first I was a bit underwhelmed by. I thought, oh, this is a big boxy looking sheath, it looks too big. It's got a Velcro strap on the back, so it's got a ring here that you can Velcro it, so you don't have to take your whole belt off to equip the torch, which is cool. It's got one of these catches as well that you could put a carabiner on and just hang it off a backpack. I just sort of thought it'd be nice if they perhaps put a little brand there or something. It does look very generic, and I thought, oh, maybe this is just like a generic sheath they just bought 1,000 off to send. But then I put the torch in, and you do realise that it's contoured to retain the torch when the top's open, which is really cool. If you can see here, that's actually a recessed set indent in the nylon, and it gets the torch head sort of sits up this end, and it's upside down there, and it's just not shaking out, which is really cool. I mean, it'll still pull out, but it just won't. Say if this top was to pop open, you wouldn't have too much to worry about. And it's also good because there's so much space here. You're not going to find that it's setting the torch off when you put the lid across. So you can push there and it doesn't start the torch. But yeah, very happy with it in the end. The only thing I am a little bit worried about is that the button snap isn't as positive as I would have hoped, but that is really just that's a luck of the draw type thing. I mean, I wouldn't expect them to be checking every single button snap for amazing retention. It is a little bit annoying though. It does hold, but then it'll get knocked free pretty easily. But fortunately, looks like the holster's going to do a fair bit of the holding as well, which is cool. So you're not relying totally on this upper lip. It's daytime now, but we'll go out when it gets a bit darker, and we'll point this around. You'll become quite quickly aware of how bright the 900 lumens this throws out is. Luminosity is a strange scale to me. It seems like it's either half BS or it's the numbers seem to sort of get really high and very little differences happen. So this is a 900 lumen torch, and it actually seems brighter than some of the 2,000 or 3,000 lumen torches that you see getting around made by other companies. So I think I just need to read more into it, but you get these torches that say they're 3,000 or 4,000 lumens, and you put them on the maximum mode and it's not that much different, and I can't really tell the difference between this one's maximum. So that's probably a bit of a talking point, and I probably just need to do more research on luminosity and how it's measured, because I haven't ever been able to. Of course I can tell the difference between an 80 lumen pocket torch and a big 450 or 900 lumen beast like this, but yeah, I can't quite discern much deeper than that. So I think I'm just a bit of a torch or flashlight noob. The weight with the batteries in of the MMX Maelstrom is 180 grams. The length of the MMX Maelstrom is 15 centimeters exactly. It's very comfortable to hold, comfy in the hand. Your fingers sort of just find their way around the flange in the middle, and it just feels very beefy and high quality. So stand by and we'll just do some testing in the dark. That should blend seamlessly into this video. Thanks. Hey there. A little bit of time's passed. I'm just going to do a light test or a light demonstration of how this Maelstrom MMX illuminates things. So I've got it actually on right now in the 1 lumen mode. So you can't even see it. I'm pointing the camera at some vines at the end of my house, and it's not really lighting anything up at all. I'll just tip the camera down. So it is a very faint little spot, like that. I'll point the camera back up again towards these vines. And yeah, there's not a lot to show. So we'll wind it up to the first most bright setting, which is this one here. So dead ahead, where the light's still not reaching, is a bush. As you can see the outline top of the silhouette in about the middle of the screen, and to the right of that is a field of vines. Turn it up again. And again. And that is the full 900 lumens. Very, very bright. Very impressive.